Good evening and welcome. It is 3:20. It is the 21st day of December, the 21st day of Vlogmas. I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming, and in this case, geeky. Let's end the day with some more, well, not necessarily RPG news, but genre news. As we now know with some level of assurity, because, well, this is what we believe to be all the 61 forthcoming projects from Disney and Marvel and Star Wars as of today. Now, mind you, we can only be so sure about these because Disney and Marvel lie. So this is what they announced at the investors, and this is what they have since announced since the investors meeting, finalizing for the end of 2020 stockholders, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So we have 61 titles, we believe, that are be coming out in the next couple of years, including Marvel, the next phase of Marvel, and some follow-ups on what's going to do with Star Wars to repair the damage that the race cycle caused. So let's take a look and talk about them. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, number 61 is a comedy series, which is Disney producing on Hulu. So it's called Only Murderers in the Building, and it's got Steve Martin and Martin Short in it. That's all we know about it. It begins filming in New York City early in December 2020. We have something coming out from Kate McKinnon called The Dropout. It's a Hulu, because Disney, as you know, sort of owns Hulu, or at least is working with Hulu, and Hulu and Disney Channel are all combined. So all we know about this is it's a Dropout. Kate McKinnon will be starring as Elizabeth Holmes, the infamous CEO and alleged con artist who made billions selling faulty medical technology. We have something called Dope Sick, which Rosario Dawson is going to be in. It's a new, again, Hulu drama based on the book of the same name. It's an ambitious, harrowing, and compelling look at the epicenter of America's struggle with opiate addiction. We have Nine Perfect Strangers with Nicole Kidman and Melissa McCarthy. Again, Hulu. This is based upon a New York Times bestseller. About people who go to a spa and try and rebuild themselves. We have The Old Man with Jeff Bridges, again on Hulu, starring as Dan Chase, a former CIA operative who is forced to come out of retirement when he becomes the target of unknown assassins. We have the new season of American Horror Stories coming out. This season will be focused on horror, myths, legends, and lore. And again, this will be on FX, and Hulu, because we know, again, Disney, Hulu. We have something coming out called The Platform. It's an anthology on Hulu. Each episode will center around a different cast of characters dealing with current events. We have something coming out on Hulu called Reservations Dog. It's a half-an-hour comedy. Native American teenagers growing up on a reservation in eastern Oklahoma. We have Why the Last Man, based upon the Vertigo comics series about an amateur escape artist who finds himself as the last man on Earth following a plague that kills every animal with a Y chromosome except himself and his pet monkey. So this is a comic. It's being adapted by Hulu. Began to be filming in 2021. There's been talk about this for a long time, so this should be exciting. Alien. So, if you ever wanted to see an Alien show on Hulu, this is going in. It is apparently adapting the classic movie into a hit television series, and it will be, I think, Alien Earth Wars is what the rumors are saying. We have Shogun, a remake of the James Kelville novel. The new series is described as Game of Thrones set in feudal Japan. Again, Hulu, except, of course, Shogun came out before Game of Thrones, so really shouldn't Game of Thrones be Shogun set in the Middle Ages? I don't know. Again, a Hulu series. Here we go. Here's the first one we are excited about. Star Wars Rangers of the New Republic. It's set as the same timeline as The Mandalorian. It's believed to be based around the X-Wing pilots in the Outer Rim, or about Gina Carano's character, Cara Dune. Rangers of the New Republic. Were the Rangers the guys in Babylon 5? I don't know. Still, new Star Wars. Ahsoka. Star Wars Ahsoka is getting a new series. Supposed to be Rosario Dawson will return to play Ahsoka Tano. In the live action, it's set in the same time as The Mandalorian. It airs exclusively on Disney. And it will be believed that she is hunting down Grand Admiral Thrawn and trying to find out what happened to Ezra. So there we go. We have one about Andor. That was the guy in Rogue One, the spy, assassin, whatever he was. I think the only thing that's excited about this is that Alan Tudyk will be voicing the robot. I don't see this one doing well. I mean, it is set in this time period before Rogue One, so it gives us a little, early days of the Rebel Alliance before New Hope. But yeah, was anybody really interested enough of that character to see him have his own show? Yeah, I don't see Andor doing well. On the other one, I hear this one doing well. Obi-Wan Kenobi. We knew this one was coming for a while now, for a couple of years. They've been talking about it. Finally, we know that it has been confirmed. Ewan McGregor will reprise the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi in a miniseries. It is set 10 years after the event of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And it will apparently have Hayden Christensen returning to play the role of Darth Vader. Hopefully voiced, of course, by the man. But we'll see. But Hayden and Christensen as Vader. Obi-Wan Kenobi. That should be awesome. We should just end right there because just Obi-Wan. We also have an anime coming out. It's called Star Wars Visions. It's an anthology series for 10 episodes. Short animated film celebrating Star Wars through the lens of the world's best anime creators. And we have Star Wars Lando. So we have a new Disney Plus series coming out. We don't know who's going to be playing Lando or what time will be set. But Donald Glover is reportedly been eager to return to the role. But we wouldn't against Billy D. Williams either. So who knows when it's going to be set, but there's a Lando series. Do we really want to see a Lando series? I don't know. Set 200 years before the events of Star Wars Episode 1, we have a live-action Star Wars production set during what is known as the High Republic era. It's a mystery thriller that would take viewers into the galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers. It's called The Acolyte. We have Star Wars A Droids story. So they've already done this, so they're doing it again. It's an animated show with 3PO and R2-D2 going on, adventures. They've done this a couple times before. There were Star Wars droids. There's a Lego Star Wars droids. Neither ones have ever been as successful. So, animated, it'll be kids. It'll sell toys, but, whatever. Willow. So, Warwick Davis has been signed to reprise his role of Disney in a series with an older, wiser Willow being dragged into a new direction. We do know there was a second Willow book about him dealing with the child, so we'll see. Okay, Indiana Jones 5. It's been in the works since 2008. Harrison Ford may be recast, but now we know he's playing him. So very old. He will be taking I don't know. How old is he now? Still, that is expected in the summer of 2022. It would be nice to see, to see him go out as Indy after the way he got, sort of shafted in Star Wars. Indiana Jones 5. What do we think of that? Star Wars Rogue Squadron, based upon, of course, the greater, Patty Jenkins' desire to make the greatest fighter pilot movie of all time, and of course the video game. So we know that there is a film based upon the Elite Rebel Alliance Squadron coming out, directed by Patty Jenkins. We don't know anything else about that. Okay, we've got some National Geographic documentaries announced. blah, blah, blah. They're going to be doing ones on limit, one about like people one called Limitless, where Chris Hemsworth will be traveling the world testing the limits of endurance. We have some other stuff. We have Will Smith travel the world. We have one called Welcome to Earth with Will Smith traveling the world examining phenomena, blah, blah, blah. More, we have more stuff. We have things on bugs, things on the ocean. It's National Geographic. We have one called Big Shot. It's a new sports-related series on Disney+. It's a dramedy about a girls' basketball team at a girls' private high school with John Stamos. We have Hocus Pocus 2. We have long wanted to know what happened to the Sanderson sisters, so now Hocus Pocus 2 is set with, yes, Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy, and Sarah Jessica Parker are at least rumored to be involved, but we don't know for sure. There are some inspirational short films planned. There is a Cheaper by the Dozen reboot planned, a modern take on the modern take of Cheaper by the Dozen. It'll be confirmed that the reboot is overseen by Blackish producer Kenya Barris, centered around a blended family of 12 and their family business. We have Diary of a Wimpy Kid, based on the popular children's series coming out. 2021. Apparently that's going to be a movie? Didn't they already do one? We have something called The Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild. So, Buck, the swashbuckling weasel, who was voiced by Simon Pegg, has got a movie coming out on Disney Plus early in 2022. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. They redid DuckTales. They redid Darkwing. So it was only inevitable that they were going to redo Rescue Rangers. They'll just be doing a live action via Who Framed Robert 2. Oh, no. Okay. So they were going to do... it's a feature-length action combining live action and animation. Yeah, no. I don't know. That's gay. No. They're doing a remake of Pinocchio with a live adaptation of Pinocchio sometime in 2021. Considering how successful all the other live adaptations has been, you'd think they'd stop where they were ahead. We have a live action adaptation of Peter Pan and Wendy coming out. And Yasha Shahiri will be playing Tinkerbell, and Jude Law will be playing Captain Hook. There have been several live action versions of Peter Pan and Wendy done. Hook, of course, is one of the great ones. Pan, Wonderland. Just stop, okay? Just stop doing live action remakes, Disney. They all suck. We have Disenchanted, the long-expected sequel to Enchanted, the 2000 film. Amy Adams has been confirmed returning as Giselle. We will expect it on Disney Plus, but we don't know when. Sister Act 3. Whoopi Goldberg will be recreating her role from the Sister Act. Tyler Perry is involved in it. No other news about it. Baymax is getting his old series. If you remember Baymax, the lovely, cute little marshmallow robot from Big Hero 6. He will be going around doing Baymax stuff. I don't know if it's going to be shorts or an actual, series of cartoons. There is a, Big Hero 6 cartoon series, which is seen on Disney XD, but this one will appear maybe to Disney Plus with Baymax doing stuff. We have a Zootopia Plus coming out. This is an anthology show set in the world of Zootopia, premiering sometime in 2022. We have Tiana, centered around the heroine of Princess of the Frog. We don't know if it's set before or after the events of the film. It's a long-form musical comedy. Yawn. Moana! We have a Moana series beyond the fact that it exists. We don't know anything about it. We don't know if it's a sequel or a prequel or if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has anything to do with it. Sometime in 2023, we could expect a Moana series. We have something called Awaju. It is a Pan-African animation based on the popular African comic book, a science fiction series set to premiere exclusively in 2022. Made all from a Pan-African entertainment company. So that should be fun and exciting and breakthrough. We have something called Insanto. This is the 60th feature-length animated film produced by Disney. It is set in Colombia, where a magical family lives in a magical home. And it will feature English and Spanish, and it's written by Liv-Manuel Miranda for the songs. There's a new collection of short films coming from Pixar called Popcorn, featuring some of their most popular characters and some of their lesser-known characters. So we'll see an anthology of new short films from Pixar in 2021. Okay, we have announced that there's going to be a series from Cars. We're going to have Doug, the dog from Up, has his own series. Doug Days, it was scheduled to premiere in fall 2021. We know that there's one that has Lightning McQueen and Mater going on a road trip across the world, and then we finally have another original anthology series called Win or Lose, which tells the story of a middle school baseball team as they prepare for championship. All from Pixar, all doing animated computer series. We have something called Turning Red, who is another Pixar film about a girl who turns into a giant red panda whenever she becomes too excited. Directed by Damon Shi, and that we could expect in spring of 2022. Somebody who turns into a panda when they get excited. What is that? Okay, we have a series called Lightyear coming out, where we'll have Chris Evans voicing Buzz Lightyear. And this is the story of the test pilot who inspired the toy Buzz Lightyear. So, in the Toy Story universe, the Buzz Lightyear toy cartoon is apparently based upon a real individual, and Chris Evans will be voicing that. So that we can expect that in 2022. Secret Invasion, based on the Marvel Comics storyline of the same name. Secret Invasion will center around the efforts of the shape-shifting Skrulls to infiltrate Earth society. Samuel L. Jackson will be in this one. So that we knew that they were going to do a Nick Fury show, and this is it. So we get Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson on our screens. That's just take my money right there. Ironheart. We know that Riri Williams, the prodigy who creates her own armored suit and is set to fill the void left by Iron Man. It's based upon the popular Marvel comic books. We know that if you're familiar with the Riri Williams Ironheart character, it's a very controversial character, not only because it was just, yet another Marvel's attempt to redo a popular character with a different color skin, but because as the series progresses, if you read Ironheart, if you follow the adventures of Riri Williams, she's a villain. She is not a hero. I know everybody says, oh, she's a hero, but if you read the show, and every comic book individual I've talked to has said, oh, no, Ironheart's a villain. So that'll be interesting to see where they go with that. And speaking of the legacy of Tony Stark, we also have a show coming out based upon the Armor Wars series. James Rhodes will be donning the War Machine armor again. We'll have Don Cheadle again playing War Machine as he goes about, following the armor and the technology as it falls into other people's hands and trying to bring it to justice. So then we have a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special scheduled for Christmas of 2022, and hopefully this will also be the teaser for the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So we can expect a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special sometime in 2022. There's a show coming around called I Am Groot, set up based upon the adventures of Baby Groot, set between end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. It'll have Groot doing stuff, dealing with several new and unusual characters, hoping that We could also see Rocket, considering it's set in space. Who knows who it could be? He could meet anybody. It could be Adam Warlock. So who knows? At least it'll be easy to script because Groot only says, I am Groot. All right. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. We have 2 generations of Ant-Man and the Wasp will be appearing in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly will both be reprising their roles. Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer will be returning to reprise their roles. They will be facing Kang the Conqueror. It's expected to start filming early next year, and we could expect it to be released 2023. So that's exciting, because Kang the Conqueror is probably going to be the new major villain, much like Thanos was. And number 1, Fantastic Four. Yes, this is the one I am most excited about. There will be a Fantastic Four film. Don't know who's directing it. We only know that John Watts is directing it. We don't know who's going to be in it. We don't know when it's going to be set. Should be set in the 5-year gap, but we don't know when. In addition, of course, we have WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki. We also have the Hawkeye show. We have the forthcoming She-Hulk show, and maybe a Moon Knight show, and the Miss Marvel show, The Adventures of Kamala Khan, which has already, of course, because it's Miss Marvel Kamala Khan, been hit with controversy because they're casting non-Muslim actors in roles that should have gone to Muslim actors. Even though 99% of the cast is Muslim, the directors are Muslim, the writers are Muslim, everybody involved in it is in some way, shape, or form Muslim, but they've cast 1 or 2 people who aren't, and everybody's like, oh, yeah. So there we go. Are you excited? That's a half an hour of me talking about Disney taking over the world. 60 shows, movies, attractions. Obviously, the ones we're most excited about are the MCU and the Star Wars stuff. We'll see how much of that is true. We'll see how much of that is successful. There's a big stain on this shirt. I will talk to you later. That's it for today. Goodbye.